Live we are.
Hello everyone, you're live with OK Student. My name's Nick Cuthbert and I'm here with Martin. It's Friday, it's sunny, and it's our live session where we talk about things of the week or things you're interested in. Morning, Martin.
Morning. Hey everyone. Beautiful day. Life is good. Everyone's happy. Way to go.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Everyone seems really happy with the sunshine. Lockdown is easing. People are pretty happy at the moment, feeling positive.
I think the sun really helps. It's just like you just wake up happier than
It's good for you, yeah.
So what's today? Top 3 challenges back. Doing quick questions, quick answers. Once again, we have I think it's 3 questions each. So 3 questions for me, 3 questions for Nicholas. All are connected with the UK. Like what's interesting about UK, differences between UK and other world. We just show the questions on the screen, and then we both try to come up with quick and honest and interesting answers.
Absolutely. I think we kind of rattle through this so fast. Last time we missed some of the live comments, so I'm going to be trying to be on it. So if people have got comments and they disagree with the answers I give, please message in and we'll try and read them out as we do it.
Yes, definitely. So should we kick off? I think first question is for you. So if you're ready, I'll show it on screen.
I'm always nervous about this bit. All right, show me the first one.
Quick and concrete answers, yeah?
All right.
Let's go.
The first things that come to mind. All right, so the top 3 most popular sports in the UK. I can do this one. Good. Football. Soccer for the Americans, it's football. Premier League football is a brand worldwide, very, very popular. In fact, people on the last chat told me off about not mentioning football. Undoubtedly the most popular sport here. It's shown several days a week. Thousands of people go to the stadiums. People come from all over the world to see the teams. Football, definitely. After that, I'm going to go for the very British game of cricket. Many people don't understand the game of cricket, but there are countries that do. Cricket is very, very popular. Surprisingly so, because the season is so short, because the weather, doesn't always allow for play. But cricket is popular in the UK. Then you get down to kind of participant sports. I think I'm going to go for rugby being the next one. The Six Nations tournament is very, very popular, especially to go and watch in the pub and have a pint of Guinness. But also darts. Somehow we've made darts cool again. Many students love going to Ali Pali, dressing up and supporting people playing darts. Check it out on YouTube. Very popular, great fun. There you go.
Really interesting. Yeah, I mean, personally, I think I hadn't seen a game of cricket in my life until last year when I was a part of the company and we had to organize a friendly cricket match. And I mean, it was interesting to see that. I figured out that the games are super long. They may take forever.
Yes, test match can be 4 or 5 days and probably ends in a draw.
Rugby, I knew what rugby was before, but hadn't really followed. Now, obviously, all of my flatmates and friends, they were following, I think it was England, Wales, and all of those really popular games. And I actually kind of started to like it, because I think the key for everything is as soon as you understand the game, you start liking it more.
Yeah.
And actually, I think something that you didn't mention it, and I've seen in the campuses a lot, is hockey.
That's true. It's a very popular university sport kind of participation. So it's
more university sport rather than.
It's not really broadcast, but actually playing it, a lot of people enjoy playing hockey, netball. Some of these sports are very popular to play.
Cool.
Yeah. I would say if you're interested in any sports, like definitely there's other people in the UK playing them and doing them. Extreme frisbee, lacrosse, everything.
Cool. So should we move on to the other question, which is for me?
All right.
I kind of see it. So
yeah, you set these up. Go on. And what have you set yourself? Go on. Here we go.
Top 3 ways to travel in the UK. I love to travel, and hence why I actually like the question. So what I would say is not in the order of like cheapness or anything, but the first way is definitely trains. A lot of people use trains, and the train connection in the UK is pretty good. However, it's really, really expensive. That was something I really, I was surprised by, because quite often, like train trip, round trip from Nottingham to London can be like, I don't know, 45, 50, 60 pounds, which for foreign people is a lot of money.
Is that with a student discount as well?
That's a really good question. No, because of, I think there is a lot of details, but the student discount you can get when, I think, no, yes. It's without student discount, and it was just me who was lazy not getting the discount, but I think you can get 1/3 off when you register.
It's the system where you buy a discount card and then it gives you significant savings across the year. So you don't automatically get it. You have to kind of purchase the discount, and you're allowed to do that as a student.
Or with some banks, you get it for free.
That's true.
Unfortunately, like as an international, I wasn't able to open any other account than the very basic one. And with the basic one, they didn't give it. So that's why, but it is what it is. So second of all, I'm going to throw in something cheaper, which is the bus connection. I do love bus connection in the UK, especially like between major cities. I've used it a lot myself. And it's way much cheaper. And there is 2 key bus companies that I've used. It's like National Express. That's a little bit more expensive, but the buses are really nice and super clean and really enjoyable way of traveling. So, for example, from Nottingham to London, I usually paid like, I don't know, £15.
Yeah.
Which is reasonable.
Yeah, you can't beat the value of National Express. It's great.
And then there is like a really cheap option, which is called Megabus or Magic Bus.
I call it the Magic Bus, yeah.
No, Megabus, which basically does weird, silly, fun deals, which means that I've traveled from Nottingham to London or vice versa for like, I think it was like £4.99. But you generally like £7-8, which is crazy if you think about it. Obviously, the buses are a bit like, not smaller, but like the seats are tighter and sometimes it's too warm. But yeah, you get what you pay for. And sometimes you, especially as a student, you value money more than the time or inconvenience.
Yeah, I'd say depends where you come from. If you come from a big country and you're used to kind of long drive times between cities, the UK does feel small. You can get most places in kind of 2 to 4 hours. But yeah, for some students who are not used to kind of traveling like that, it feels like a lot of traffic and a kind of, a hardship. What do you think of, while we're on transport, what do you think of the Underground, London Underground?
The London Underground. So I have third one to mention. I was thinking between Underground and trams, because some cities I've lived at have amazing tram system, but obviously Underground London is more popular. I lived in London myself for like almost a year for some work placement, and I found it actually amazing. I really do love the Underground commute. I know that a lot of people haters is a strong word probably, but they don't like public. They don't like it's tight. Sometimes it's warm.
It's packed in. There's a lot of people on it.
I love it. It gives me energy, especially in the morning, seeing other people. Seeing the energy, seeing other people going to work, going after it, I really did enjoy it. And it was like a part of my daily process. It was like, like some people it was like a form of meditation, because I had my own playlist for the commute. I had my own process. It kind of set me up for the day. So
yeah, that's a very positive way of thinking about it. I think other people, they have to meditate to get through it, because that idea of going deep underground, many people, and you're quite squished in, and it's hot and things like that.
At the same time, you can get from one side of London to another within like 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
It's an incredible system to get around London.
And like the payment. So what I was fascinated about is the payment. All you need is basically your contactless card. You swipe it and you go.
Yeah, or the Oyster card allows you to top up. Yeah, but you're right. So Nottingham has a tram system. Manchester, definitely. There's metro systems in Liverpool and Newcastle, I think. Cool. So yeah, many cities have localized rail networks, tram networks to get around. Brilliant. Yeah.
So next one for you.
Top 3 types of campus. Actually, this is a very good question, because there are very distinct types of campus, and so they suit some people and not others. So it's quite a good question to think about. So the classic one is a kind of actually the classic one is like a gated village. So an enclosed campus that only students live there and study there. And so these are often associated with traditional universities, particularly the Russell Group. So you have a gated campus, a student village, often on the edge of a major city, that is often got a lot of green space, recreational space, but it's just for students. It has everything you need on there, from shops to nightclubs to sporting facilities to all the library and all of the teaching facilities. So an enclosed campus, I think many people associate this with a kind of American idea of.
I was about to ask, is it like a little bit of American style? Obviously, we're promoting here like British education, but it is a little bit similar to the American style.
American style. So a campus university. Yeah. So classic ones. Nottingham has a very good one. Birmingham, kind of classic campuses. Warwick, but not necessarily downtown. So the next one would be definitely a downtown campus. And these have grown massively over the last kind of decade, because people want to be close to, where the life is going on in terms of nightlife, culture, mixing with industry. So yeah, a lot of people think about London and being in a kind of big city experience, but many of what were former polytechnics, they've grown huge kind of downtown campuses where you're mixed in. You're literally a few minutes from the shops, the major shops, a few minutes from the bars and nightclubs, and downtown. So Nottingham Trent University City Campus is a classic example of this. You know that one well. But yeah, most cities have them now, downtown campuses, and they are very, very popular. Probably I'd say become more popular in some ways about students living in a downtown apartment as opposed to on campus. Yeah.
So what's the? Do we have one left, or
we do have one left? Yeah. So my other one is kind of specialist subject campuses. So the classic one would be like an agricultural campus, a farm, or an environmental science campus in the countryside, dedicated to just that subject area, where the campus itself becomes a classroom. So if you want to study those things, it's great to be in that environment. But equally, you could talk about somewhere like Media City, the University of Salford, where that is a whole area dedicated to the media industry. The BBC's there, and students are immersed in the industry, the technology, and everything else. So they're studying in a kind of industry environment.
And I think that's something, the campus is something that students rarely think about when they apply for the university. All they look is, most things they look is like course and university, but actually the campus really does matter as well, because it's such a huge part of your student experience. And like me, myself, I never visited the city. I never visited university. I used really good Nottingham Trent service that basically bus brought me from the airport to the campus, and when they kind of dropped me off, I was like, whoa, that's how it looks. So I luckily really did like it, and my campus was awesome, but it always might not be the case. So what we do at OK Student, and which I'm really proud of, is that all of our student advisors, they actually know the campuses very well. And they can, first of all, what we do is we listen for our students, and then they can connect them with their suitable campus. Because it's really personality dependent as well. Some people just enjoy being closed environment, nice and tidy and friendly. Some people want a bigger campus, a lot of people, noisy. They like speed, they like action. So that's one important factor to think about when applying to the university.
Absolutely. It's kind of where you want to live and the lifestyle you want, and where your study is actually based, and do the two match up? So do you want to literally roll out of bed into classes, or are you happy to make that commute because you want more of a social life in a certain environment? So yeah, all of those things are covered in the counselling service. You're absolutely right. And I think a lot of students get that, where they turn up and then it's like, wow, yeah, big city. And then it's kind of like, yeah, you're studying over like there, that few miles that way. And they never knew, nobody told them.
Cool. Next one, for myself, 3 top places to shop for food. That's a big thing in the UK, because obviously, especially internationals coming from different cities, everything is new. Where do I shop? What's expensive? What's cheap? What's good quality? What's not that good quality? So according to my own experience, according to my own preferences, my top-rated place to go is Aldi.
In number 1, Aldi. Okay.
Yes, based on the value and the value for the price. Aldi is one of the super cheap ones, meaning that you basically save tons of money. Obviously, the way those cheaper supermarkets work is that they have, for example, for ketchup, they have one brand of ketchup and that's all. That's how they. Let's not go to the economics of it, but that's how they keep the prices low. But yeah, I've really enjoyed shopping in Aldi, because I literally probably save like 20-30% on my groceries, which adds up and is a lot of money. So Aldi is cheapest, probably the cheapest option in the UK. The second one so far, for myself, I do like Tesco. I go to Tesco, for example, for the things that I don't want to buy from Aldi. Quite often, it's like vegetables and fruit, which I go to Tesco because I know it's like higher quality and better. Which I think is quite smart move, that you get all of the kind of pasta and stuff from the cheaper places, and then you go for the fresh stuff in a higher quality supermarket.
Yeah.
And third one is probably, I would say, I'm on the fence over here, because I love Sainsbury's, but at the same time, I may pick for the third one. There is, let's say Sainsbury's. Just probably because I have one close to my place, and I go often for the quick like I don't know, when I need like wine and cheese on Friday evenings or so on.
I mean, so in the UK they have like huge supermarkets for the kind of family shop, that kind of thing. But then because there's so many people having city living experiences and many students, they've opened loads of mini markets around the city centres that offer a kind of range of fresh produce and essentials.
Yeah.
It's very competitive. You don't have to walk, more than 2 minutes to find another one and another one and another one. So it's probably what's closest to you. But yeah, you described Aldi and Lidl are like the kind of cheaper options, really good value, loads of world food, loads of European foods. Students love it, definitely. I mean, everybody loves them.
Yeah.
But no frills kind of to it. Then you got the middle ones like Tesco and Asda, which is like Walmart.
Asda is pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of the supermarket preferences, they depend on where you live.
Yeah.
Literally how close they are. I mean, I used to shop in Asda for like a year just because I had one next to my place.
Yeah.
Now I'm shopping in Tesco and Aldi just because they are closer.
Yeah. And some people like the kind of really nice stuff, like, you know, like Waitrose or M&S. It's probably more than a student budget, but it's that kind of like quite fine stuff if you're just getting a little bit for yourself.
Definitely.
But what we didn't say, I think we've said it before, is that so many students shop online as well now. So you can get any of these guys to deliver to your door for a minimal price. And so many people shop online and get it delivered as opposed to going for the big shop.
I've never done, but I've been thinking about it, and I'm assuming it kind of can save you money as well, because you don't make those emotional purchases. You don't like just grab something from the shelf.
Well, especially when you're hungry, you just start grabbing.
Anyway, we need to move on.
Sorry. Go.
So, next one for you.
The top 3 tourist attractions in the UK. I'm going to get this wrong, but so London, definitely when the London Eye arrived, I think that's the top attraction in London. Everybody loves it on the South Bank there. You've got Shakespeare's Globe close by. You've got the Tate Modern. It's an amazing part of London. But the London Eye, the big wheel, the iconic wheel that was there temporarily, and then it was so popular that it stayed ever since. And Buckingham Palace, the royal family, always people wanting to go and see Buckingham Palace, but Horse Guards Parade as well, where you see the changing of the guards on horseback. Another very British symbol. I think, actually, Madame Tussauds. Do you know what Madame Tussauds is?
I've heard about it. Obviously, I learned about it in my English history class. But
so this one was a museum of waxworks. So they made waxworks of kind of classic people from history, but also of celebrities. And it became, for a long time, the most popular attraction in the UK. People would queue for miles to get in to have their photo taken with a wax.
Of course, you want to take a picture with your, I don't know, favorite actor or like someone famous.
And so for years, the celebrities, if you got your waxwork made, it was a really big deal. So that used to be, definitely. I know as well that Stonehenge is very, very popular. So kind of in England, they have this idea that there's energy lines kind of going down the country, and kind of druids and pagans, they kind of seek for places where there was a good energy field. And so there's this rock formation at Stonehenge, and people love to visit it in huge numbers, which is crazy because it is just an ancient rock formation that was put there by people, but I think probably one of the most popular attractions. So is that 3? I should throw in.
We need to keep going. So last one in the list is for myself again. Top 3 differences in the nightlife, like in the UK. That's a funny one. That's obviously, first thing that students notice especially international students notice when they come to the UK, because the university experience starts with Freshers Week, which means that you will go out and you party and you go to the nightclubs. Obviously, when you choose to do so, there is plenty of other activities to do. But top 3 differences that I have found, obviously, it's more different now because I've been in the system for like 4 years now, and things start becoming normal. But first thing that I noticed in the beginning was everything starts so much earlier. So when I used to go out with my friends back in Estonia, for example, we started probably gathering and pre-drinking and talking and chatting like later in the night. So I would probably go to my friends at like 8 or 9, maybe even later. And then you will proceed with your party to the nightclub or any lounge or stuff later on in the night, like around midnight, I would say. Right. Whilst in the UK, people start gathering at like 6 p.m., start drinking earlier, and they go to the club like 10:30 around that time, which for us would be like super early. It's like it's just the beginning. And the closing time as well. Like in here, the parties, they usually last, well, the night club parties. They last until like 3 a.m. As well as in the Europe, I know, and I know to talk about Estonia, it's like usually they're open like until 5 a.m. or so. Yeah, that's the first difference.
Yeah. I mean, pubs in the UK are hugely popular. If in London, like from like 5, 6 o'clock, a lot of the workers just go straight to the pub, straight out of work. So pubs like early doors is very, very popular. And then, yeah, you're right. We don't last the whole night. We kind of go too soon.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm being impatient. I just need to jump off in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
So the second thing is, I would say fancy dress. In here, fancy dress, especially once a week, you dress up for a kind of nightclub or event, and it's mainly in this kind of universities, but the societies, they just dress up as like, I don't know, old football shirts, or as I don't know, anything interesting.
Because also the weather is pretty cold, particularly in the north in the winter.
That's my last point.
Yeah, but people are like dressed up as like lifeguards and stuff. I mean, it wasn't a thing when I was at university, but it is a thing now.
It's a massive thing now. And my last point would have been that people just don't wear any clothes when they go out. Like people,
yeah,
and you leave your house in a t-shirt and, well, usually jeans, but sometimes shorts. So in Estonia, that would be crazy, because during the winter, like, it can be pretty cold in the UK. It's not like it's warmer than in Scandinavia or something. It's still like 5 degrees or something. And I mean, I know in Estonia, you just take your coat and then you leave it to the, whatever the word is in English, in the club where you can.
But then you have to queue for hours to get it back.
Yeah, that's the case. And you usually lose your number and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Right.
So we did it. Top threes. Is that everything?
Mom.
Oh, yes. Martin's mum. Yes.
And she has a birthday today. So happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Anyway, it was an awesome episode. Yeah. Get in touch with us. Anything you need. Follow us on our socials. You can see it up there. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're basically on everything. If you want to be on that show, then I think we will be taking guests to just test out other people's thinking and knowledge in the future.
Basically, yeah. If you agree or disagree with anything that I've said, please let us know. And if you have any questions, please get in touch with OK Student.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Martin, thanks so much.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.